Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Township of Mapleton Committee of Adjustment. I'm the Secretary Treasurer. My name is Larry Wheeler, and we'll start the agenda with regrets, and we have regrets from our member Jeff Doomering. Next item of business is 1.2, appointment of a chairperson. Do we have a recommendation?
I'd like to nominate Dennis Cool.
The seconder? Thank you.
Okay, so next item then becomes call for deferral or withdrawal of any matter before the committee. Do we have any?
We don't.
Okay. Do we have any declarations of pecuniary interest? None? All right. Move on to the minutes of the last meeting that we had. So we had a Committee of Adjustment meeting dated July 15th, 2026, and we have draft minutes. There is a recommendation here that the minutes of the Township of Mapleton Committee of Adjustment meeting held on July 15th, 2026 be confirmed as circulated in the agenda. Do we have a mover and a seconder for that?
I'll move that we adopt them.
Okay.
I'll second it.
All right, Benjamins and Stanners.
Okay.
All right, now, do we have any matters arising from the minutes that anyone wishes to raise? None? Okay, so that moves us to our first hearing, which is A 2026-14. The location of this subject property is legally described as part of Lot 17, Concession 8P, and is municipally known as 7344 8th Line. The subject property is 40 hectares in size and is occupied by a residence and a dairy farm operation. The purpose and effect of this variance application is to provide relief from the required minimum distance separation to MDS2 from a Type A use. The applicants are proposing to construct a dairy barn and manure tank and are seeking an MDS2 setback of 171 meters, whereas 220 meters is required for the barn, and 162 meters, whereas 298 meters is required for the manure tank from the closest Type A use. The other variances may be considered where deemed appropriate. Do we have any notifications or comments that have been received to date by the Secretary Treasurer?
Thank you, sir. Staff can confirm that property owners, Mapleton staff, and agencies were provided with the required notice on or before July 22nd. There is a comment summary included in the planner's report. Proper on-site postings were completed July 23rd. Source water comments from our risk management inspector were received, and there was no concerns expressed. County of Wellington comments from their planner, Jamie Barnes, were received, and they're attached. And the GRCA comments from their resource planning technician were received, and they are attached. Thank you.
Okay, do we have any further comments on behalf of the township planner on this application?
Thank you through your chair. No, we don't. We don't see any issues, and we are in full support.
So this is an opportunity for the owner, Gary and Marilyn Martin, and the applicant, Cleon Martin, to introduce themselves and speak to the application if there's any further clarification they wish to give.
Good afternoon. I'm Cleon Martin, acting as the agent on behalf of Gary and Carolyn Martin on this file. I have no other comments. Appreciate the planning staff support. I have no further comments.
Thank you. Now, I don't know that I see anybody, but is there anybody here that wishes to speak to the proposal? And if you do so, then you can give your name and address to planning staff. Anyone? None. I don't know that we have any questions then from any interested persons, so I'll move to committee member questions of the owner applicant. And do we have anyone that has any questions on this particular application? Member Stanners.
Thank you, Chair. No, I have no questions. I was glad to see this neighbor's letter that there's somebody else in the township that's concerned about it, and they're quite happy to see this go ahead. Quite often, we never see any comments from anybody other than the applicant, so I was really glad to see that there is a concerned citizen and their comment was positive to it. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Anyone else with anything else to offer?
Thank you, Chair. I don't have any questions. I did do a site visit this morning, and I think it makes good sense. It's taking the barn and the manure storage away from the water course, kind of midway back on the farm. So I think it's. I have no further questions or comments.
Thank you. So at this point, it's up to the committee to either grant, refuse, defer, or reserve a decision on this application. And the four tests that are required for us to consider are: is the variance minor in nature? Is the variance requested desirable for the appropriate development or use of the lands, building, or structure? Does the variance maintain the general intent and purpose of the official plan? Does the variance maintain the general purpose and intent of the zoning bylaw? So based on those questions and the analysis by staff, there is a recommendation here that the minor variance applied for in application A 2026-14, located at part of lot 17, concession 8P, municipally known as 7344 8th Line, to provide the following relief as proposed: a new livestock facility and manure storage, MDS2 setback to a type A use for a livestock facility. The required distance is 220 meters, proposed distance 171 meters, difference of 49 meters. And MDS2 setback to a type A use, manure storage. Requirement is 298 meters. The proposal is for 162 meters. There's a difference of 136 meters. So at this point, I ask for a motion or a mover of the recommendation, if we have one.
I'll move that, Dennis.
Okay. Member Sheik, and a seconder,
I'll second it.
Benjamins. Okay. So put that to a vote then. All in favor? All right. So we have a granting of that variance. Okay, we've had the circulation of the decision sheet for this particular item. The hearing for minor variance A 2026-14 is now concluded. Thank you. So under general business, we have an item for upcoming hearing dates. I guess the question is for September 9th, do we have any items at this point? Do we know?
Anything coming up, Michelle, do you know? Nothing coming up.
So we have nothing for September 9th, but we do have September 9th, October 14th, and November 18th as the next scheduled meetings of the committee.